Some countries of the developed parts of the world, and by developed, I don't like that term really, we're all developing basically, and we attribute the term developing to the countries we're stealing from, while we move forwards with our material gains from stealing from those countries. And it's materialism that I don't like. And by materialism, I don't mean in a philosophical sense in which our ideas and our will are causally dependent on physical processes. I mean materialism in that, you know, we want to gain and gain and gain and just have more objects. So the countries in the so-called developed world, such as USA, Australia, and the UK, have been adding fluoride into drinking water since the mid-40s. After several studies and numerous dentists pointed out that the synthetically produced fluoride added to drinking water prevents tooth decay, which was considered to be among the top most common health issues in children at the time. So while the authorities in these countries justified this as preventative measures towards protecting the children's teeth, and still do, there are many people, including doctors and dentists, that are not entirely convinced that fluoride in drinking water is safe, as they believe it has its own dark side. Let's talk about it. I'm the OBG. Fluoride is a mineral that occurs naturally, and it's released from rocks into the soil, water and into the air. Almost all water contains some fluoride. However, our state decided that it should contaminate drinking water with it, and regardless of the studies that show evidence of its dark side, it still remains. Higher levels of fluoride in drinking water, especially ingested at a young age during the formation of the enamel on our teeth, can often be the reason for dental fluorosis, which causes different coloured spots on the teeth, or tooth mottling. And according to the data collected by the Centres for Disease Control and Prevention, around 40% of young people are struggling with fluorosis. On the other hand, the majority of Western countries don't add fluoride to the drinking water without measuring some significant or serious negative outcome on the country's population's overall dental health. While there are many skeptics who believe that fluoride in drinking water is simply more harmful for the teeth than it is beneficial, there are those who believe in an even darker side of it all. So studies performed in Canada suggest that adult people with iodine deficiency in their body, combined with excessive amounts of fluoride, are more likely to suffer from hypothyroidism, or an underactive thyroid gland. Furthermore, studies conducted in Mexico point to a link between fluoride and children with ADHD. The studies included women who had more than the recommended minimum of fluoride in their systems during pregnancy, which may be the reason for the attention deficit hyperactivity disorder in their children. Results from other research shared with the public in 2017 suggested that fluoride in drinking water may also have a fairly negative outcome in mental health. Around 300 women were part of this research, and during their pregnancies they were tested with levels of fluoride, and the researchers tested their children's cognitive skills at different ages, at age 4, then again at periods from 6 to 12 years old. And the results from the research suggested that the more fluoride that women took during pregnancies sometimes has an effect on the cognitive skills of the children and was linked to lower IQs. So, water is essential to us as a species, as we're around 70% water. And the well-being of our bodies relies on our daily intake of water, which according to many doctors is up to 2 litres a day. But the necessity for fluoride is beyond me. And why should the state decide what a population has to put into the most natural and necessary sources of human sustenance? I smell a rat. I'm Neo VJ.
There's a man who contradicts. Wait, he's a type of guy to you. There's no first place, but he's part of a race. Eyes lie, but take a look inside. They mirror the sights you'll see.